Hello, folks. Welcome back to World of Warcraft Legion. I'm quite happy with my previous recording there. I'm recording later than I intended. I'll be trying to fix it, help the children's torment, victims of the war and plague. But yeah, I'll be recording. Yeah, I started recording later than intended. I'll be trying to record early on tomorrow and try and get Taurus done then. Won't be able to get it done now. Turns out I actually had a thing today, and I discovered realized it was today and not in a few days' time when like an hour after I was done recording. So that just threw everything off. But anyway, the reason I stayed up the extra hour was I was started reading about, like looking up the Taurus raid thing, seeing like what the minimum level was, and people were saying, 930 would be it for pugging, but some pugs might want 940 or 945. They've like a rule: take the average item level or like the item level drop for the raid and add 10 for pugs. It's to compensate for incompetency, which I could understand. Though they were saying that some would want even more for whatever reason, I can't remember. But if you have an issue with that, join a guild or set up your own thing. Sadly, neither option is feasible for me. So, yeah, I'm just kind of at the mercy of, the raid finder here. That's me out. Huh. Actually, people were talking. No, maybe I shouldn't get dragged into that. They were saying that people who say, put the. Oh, certainly I'm not claiming they're doing it here, but people were saying this, and the thought just rings around in my head now. That, people who puts the, oh, I want this item level, but only put it in the name of it, and not in the actual, restriction thing that you have on that little window there. That people there, probably don't reach that number themselves. There's even accusations of them just trying to be cheeky and to get people to carry them. Of course, these are just people probably being quite cynical, asserting things, but I'll be damned if they're probably just being cynical and maybe more a little, maybe even a bit salty, just asserting it. But I could certainly see that being the case in some cases. Whether or not any of the people I've hovered over are those cases is another matter entirely. But I could certainly see some people trying that, because some people are rather cheeky. So yeah, just seeing that, the number in the name there, just reminded me of it. Again, I'm not asserting that they did it, just that some people were asserting that was the case, and I just remembered that. Remember people saying that, and just was admiring the cheekiness of it. Link curve. Basically, to get curve, you have to run the raid already. So to get into the raid to run it my first time, I have to have already run it my first time on this character. Oh, a 915 raid. Nice. Link me XP. Like, experience with the raid, I guess. Failing / not listening is Deus Vault. Deus Vault? I don't actually remember how you say that. The V is pronounced weirdly, if memory serves. I just used the Google pronunciation thing. But God wills it? Or God says, or something? I don't get that. Great DPS, please. Yeah, that's me out. I don't know why I'm looking at these. The Starflowers are sold, the Ebonweave is sold, Savage Blood is sold, Silk Headbands have sold, the Dustweave Wraps have sold, Spearmint Robe is sold, so is Spiritual Water, Air, Brown Linen Pants, Heavy Linen Gloves, Crafted Dreadful Gladiator's Moonclaw Mantle, Bracers of the Dark Pool, both by the same person, some flowers have sold, Runeclaw Cloak, Talbok Meat, Starflowers, Black Mage Weave Robe, Headband, Heavy Woolen Gloves, Mage Weave Headband, Runeclaw Cloak, Azure Silk Pants. Also, people are saying that you can get 930 gear from running the Greater Invasions. I'm going to see about doing so. I don't remember the details of them though. And there's more Starflower. So 777. So, there's 2 Ember Silk bags. And it seems the Hexweave bag did sell. Guess that's why I made so much money last time. Okay. Oh yes. Let's see. Broken Isles, Argus. Here. Greater Invasion. Matron Folnua. Okay. I'm sure I said that off quite poorly. View and journal. Knock off Blingtron. And yeah, there was a WoW card game once upon a time. I actually had some of the cards. Not sure. I know where they are, but I'm not sure what condition they're in. Say before we had mice. Yeah. Little bastards were nuisances. There's an invasion. And here's the greater one. I think it's 1 a week, maybe? Like, you know, like raiding? Or maybe it's 1 a day? I'm not really sure. There's one in Neosilites. Since they got a new model, I figured they must be getting some screen time in Legion. Sorry, Battle for Azeroth.
Eredar sorcerers twist the fell blood of this world into weapons to use against us. They must be dismantled.
Okay. When I get closer, I'll do the invasion point over here. 200 Veiled Argonite. They just want standard invasions for that, but they get what they get. Oh, Silk Pants have sold. Okay, it's that guy. In. Discovered Greater Rift Matron something or other. popping in. Just swing off on her. Just to make sure I get credit for the kill. Imps everywhere. Not a place to tank. What's this? Infected cause. With a chance to inflict 1.2 million nature damage and increase damage taken by the infected cause by 5%. This effect stacks. Ooh, that's nasty. And that person taking 35% increased damage. Ooh. That's not friendly to scientist. Slumbering gasp. She's just spewing on us. Just be up front with us, Blizzard. Smack these around. Actually, Divine Storm probably wasn't the best choice there. So what is up with that, you know, bipedal bear thing? That druid form, you know? It's certainly a new one. Okay, I did get something. That's it. Reroll. Good. Risk guard of fell magics. Yeah, I have 919, that's 930. Yeah, I need to run more of these. If I can't get into Taurus, at the very least I can use these. Certainly, I'm not saying that's a good compromise, but you work with what you got. Okay. Are these still the ones chasing after... No, they couldn't be. Those must be the ones chasing after someone else. Okay. Those are nearly all done. Oh yeah, I only sent off 2, didn't I? That... Okay, that was 100% complete. Really? Didn't realize it was 100%. So I've gotten the thing upgraded now. I've gotten one of my ships back, though I will need to be fully upgraded again. Okay, we'll go over here to the Shattered Field. So I'm gonna do a few Armadilite missions. Also, did I get any rep for killing her? The Master will be your end. Invasion Obliteration. I've only killed 2 of these ones. And you get an achievement for completing the 6 scenarios. What a fair bit of failed Argonite. Sorry, veiled, not failed. Hardened Fellglass. Contained in sprocket containers which can be looted by players with Boon of the Builder. Loose Trigger. Sold by engineering vendors in Dalaran. True Iron Barrel. Okay.
The Legion believes itself entrenched on Argus, untouchable. Reward their arrogance with suffering.
Sounds pretty good. Let's work our way over here. I'm still iffy on that whole Naru Ilden scene. Like I was saying before, it could be trying to add some moral complexity to Naru's, or it could be, look at Ilden, he's more good than a Naru. Ah, bollocks. Okay, here we go. I'm not a fan of seeing the, you know, the Horde's name there just up in red with its bar and all that. Because I'm waiting to accidentally hit them and then to just crush me. Okay, interesting tanking position.
The Legion's morale crumbles, as does their hold on Argus.
Visit the healing waters.
So what, I can't loot them? Oh. Thanks. Thank you for the help. To both them and to the person I just murdered. Shit! Save me, person I just murdered. Please. Okay. Alright. Life Forged. I think you got this. I think you got this. You got it, Chief. I just got another legendary. Ashes. Ashes. They all fall down. Enemies hit by your wake of ashes take 15% increased damage from you for 6 seconds. It's a legendary shoulder base. It increases critical strike and haste. It is an improvement, but I already have 2 legendaries. And this is... I don't think this is good enough. Actually, that's actually rather tempting. This is a speed increase. That's all it is. It offers me no power bonus. This boosts the effects of the Netherlight Crucible abilities, which is actually pretty nice for Retribution. My Retribution ones aren't that great. Sorry, my Protection ones aren't that great. My Retribution ones are. And so sadly this one's only useful to Retribution. If I had one of the Protection ones, that would be much nicer. Like, if I put Pillars of Innermost Light, I'll be much more tempted. But now I have 2 legendaries just sitting around in my bags. That's kind of tempting in its own way, but the one issue with all this is, okay, I want to take off my breastplate and put that on. I have to take off one of these. And what do I replace it with? I have nothing to measure up against it. So anyway, I do feel like a bit of a dick for hitting that guy, but it's just like, we started PvP, so I was kind of, you know, no choice but to, you know, follow through. Hammer House. Well, I've done my work here.
Bit by bit, we chip away at the backbone of the Legion.
Oh, that's creepy. Just the 2 bodies just floating next to each other. Ooh, Nightfall. Okay. And then it's Telstra the Vile. If we head back here, we can quite easily reach her. We'll approach from the Vindicar side, because it's much easier. You're not running across that field of battle.
Fashion an army of fiends right under our noses. She must not succeed.
Should have grabbed this before. So it's just handy to hold on to it. I wish I'd been doing this stuff all along, because apparently people would had a much lighter item level requirement before, but now they feel, you know, fuck it, I only want to cruise through all this. Which I can understand, but it does get annoying when you can't. You know, when you can't just cruise through it and like you're not burrowing enough to, and so you can't get into any groups. But like people have been saying, I could set up my own group, but I just don't feel experienced enough with the raid to justifiably do that. Ha!
So, return to Antorus to be reborn, not without punishment. Sargeras does not take kindly to failure.
Beautiful. Okay, I'm on 17,505. Isn't too much longer to... You're glitching into the terrain, mate. Oh, it's the anniversary shield. Cool. Also, people are saying to keep getting, like, you know, the relinquished gear, to keep getting it, even if I already have it in the slot, because I could get Titan Forged relinquished gear, which is obviously even better. Okay, that's done, so we pop this. I guess maybe I should have used that in hopes it could have pushed me over, but whatever. Nice. Forgot how low level this was. I have 6 now.
Not ready yet.
But yeah, I'm figuring. Well, pardon me. Yeah, I can do that. I can keep powering this up, but until I spend the points, it doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah, part of me feels like I should give it a try at the weapon's current level, and if it doesn't work, then worry about it. And I'm going to give that a shot. I'm going to give that a shot. And when I inevitably do need my weapon to be a bit burrowier, then I'll actually activate the tanks. I just want to see how well I can do as it is. They're gone. Armed Light Insignia. 2 High Mountain Tribes and Greater Tribute. Gaussian Region, a Greater Gaussian 1. Okay, I currently don't have... I think I'm running short. I'm after running it short on most of those guys. And I'm also out of Crusaders. Okay. That Greater Frondus one is nice. 1,500.
The army of the light stands ready. Dionys Arca.
Christ, I had nearly 90,000 there.
We fight for home, for family.
Okay. Pop one. Oh, I'm still full. Alright.
My people through any darkness. Beware the Legion's wrath. Our enemies will suffer as we have. Our time has come.
Okay. Caps on them. So we head to here. And we go try and get these last 2. Well, the last one here. I feel kind of bad spending so much on them, but at the same time, it's a also notice, you know, on the leaves there, on like on the bush there on the loading screen, it's got a similar kind of design, shape like within it. I know something about that kind of thing. Does it remind me like some of the like designs and Draenei architecture, you know? Okay, something is after appearing, but bloody hell if I know what. Oh. Let's change specs, because this isn't exactly one for fighting.
Let them feel your fury. Even the Naru will fall.
Fire. Flamethrower. Swore I hit something else there. Oh yeah, I did. I hit one of these. Jump! Pfft, God damn. I was expecting to do damage, but I wasn't expecting to just, like just bloody well run over him, you know? No, I'll truck, you know? I was not anticipating that. Void manifestation. Nice. Still annoyed I missed out on that other stuff, but I'll go around and kill some enemies now. That'll make up for it. And if I want to do those first aid missions, then I'm going to have to grind on a few enemies throughout the zones of the main expansion, not just what's these. I really don't recognize these. Maybe they're tied in with something else. Also, might do. Figure I might as well do some of these. Okay, grab you. You too. Okay, use it. And there we go. Down to 80,000. Still, but a king's ransom, really. Venom Tail Skyfin. Grand Lector Arena?
If you can walk, you can fight.
Not necessarily. The person could walk, but their arms might be ripped off, and they're gummy. They can't even teeth their enemies. I suppose they could try and kick them, but if their arms are ripped off, they're probably going to need medical attention. Are we sure she should be the healer? This place is cursed. Let's just shed a little light on these poor souls. Ah, they can walk. They're fine. See, this is why you need cybernetics.
I'm afraid our continued presence on Makani has awoke up more adversaries. Help them find
Honor to you.
Having difficulty focusing on the screen right now. Kind of annoying. I know my head just feels white. A little annoying. Ooh, nice echoey effect. I like it. So I feel like Vindicator's Templar's Verdict isn't really that great of a move. I'm better off I'm better off using this or this, you know? Okay, I'm just done. If I kill these 3, I'm done. Okay, and I have tagged that lady. Sometimes these have loot. Sometimes.
To the day when we leave this shattered place behind. Perhaps then they will find their rest.
Azurite Square. Huh. Azurite, Azure Mist.
Gather your allies, champion. A grave threat is at hand, and heroes are needed.
Oh, Khadgar. It's been a while since I heard from you. I didn't think you had any lines here in, you know, Argus. Vindicate. Ass. Let me kill this little guy. I did not know they did that. I'm gonna be honest. Beautiful.
The way you took that target down reminds me of myself in my younger days. My much inventorious force.
For those who don't know Khadgar's lore, is that he's been only alive since the Second War. So he was young during the Second War. You know how to... I think, I'm not sure, but I think following the... Like, just from going by birthdays, I think Tyrellian's meant to be older. But I've nothing to confirm that. It just, I know, I've always imagined Tyrellian being older. Just going from what little I've known of the characters. Because Khadgar was a young... Did they turn that... Yeah, they turned that being of metal into meat. Well done. That's the greatest bit of magic we've seen so far. Khadgar was a young apprentice sent to train under Medivh. Medivh was possessed by Sargeras. Remember how Medivh was like, in that one thing, was unconscious. Yeah, Khadgar used to read to him. But eventually, the demon inside won over. Khadgar fled, got help, and came back. Him, Gorana, wasn't Tyrellian, but I think it was Lothar. Those 3, and maybe a few faceless knights, confront Medivh and cut him down. Medivh, in one last curse, curses Khadgar to rapidly age rather than going for any lethal one. I suppose he was going for the psychological torment kind of thing. But I don't know. In either case, yeah, Khadgar rapidly aged. He looked like a significantly older man. Khadgar looks a lot different to how he did in his first appearance in Burning Crusade. In Burning Crusade, he was an older man with, long beard. Like, he's fit the stereotypical, like, archetypical wizard position. Here, he's, I know he appears younger than then, but he's still grey and still old, but doesn't look as old. He's, he doesn't have the long beard anymore. He looks a bit younger. But yeah, that's basically what he's referring to when he was, in his much younger days, was before he got cursed to, be 70 before his time. Wait, I can talk to this kid. I named it Flapper. Heya, Flapper. Well, that's kind of depressing. I know, add kids to the mix and it just gets depressing. And that's just a once-off heal crystal. Alright. I wish I had my phone here, or if I did, I would look up to see the, the ages of the characters. But yeah, I don't know when any of them were born, but I always imagined when, what was happening with Khadgar and whatnot, what was happening with Khadgar and whatnot. Khadgar was a young man, and, with Terrellian being, assistant to, like, Uther, and then general, then, taking his place afterwards, I can imagine him a bit older, But again, I'm imagining this, imagining that. That's not stated lore. I could be wrong. I'm just going off of, gut. So, if you're interested, look it up yourself. If I remember, I'll look it up myself, and then tell ye for the next set. But yeah, basically, ultimately, he's referring to the fact that he's been, his much younger days, pre-curse.
Industrious as they are clever. I fear the incursion point needs another round of cleansing. You know what to do.
I do like how he said cleansing.
This way, champion.
I do feel awkward about that. I know something about that design for hand of protection just looks weird to me. But anyway, I think my Khadgar thing made sense there. His much younger days were pre-curse, where he suddenly gained like 50 years. So. Whoa, shit. Sorry, I was just curious there. I heard something, like some voice there. It was very quiet shit talking. Was that really the best you had? And I was figuring it was someone's follower, but like the person I've been hovering over. But I couldn't make it out. And funny enough, they're an Eternium. I just seen Eternium off a moment ago in the being advertised. Small world.
I'd say you're making quite a habit of this.
I needed to be in nun's attire there for that to truly work, Khadgar, and I wasn't in it this time. I try not to make a habit out of it. If you don't get it, nun's outfits are called habits. It's hysterical. Like, shut up, it's hysterical. Oh Christ, it's another thing you jump into. Fuck's sake. Anyway, where are these goits? I don't need to know about the Shadow's sex life. I think actually, yeah, the guy just spawns out here, doesn't he? Made the same mistake last time. Void seeped cash. Seems like I can nick it. Yeah, it's not one of the normal chests. Crude effigy of despair. I know I lost a bit of money there, but whatever. I'll make it back with this. Probably not, but yeah. General Zod. Okay, I'm just going to call him Zod. It's close enough. Wonder if we'll find out much more about, the Nether, the Lotus Walker in the or whatever he's called in the expansion. Because we haven't really seen